under the lights, on soccer fields, challenging courses, long bike rides on weekends, in Lane 5, and at the gym after school, or finishing your last set. The fact is, whether you're a hardcore athlete, weekend warrior, or outdoor enthusiast, sports injuries happen. When they do, you can count on Peninsula Orthopedic Associates to get you back out there.
Nantucket's in Fenwick Island is the locals' best-kept secret. Experience the area's finest dining in a beautiful, relaxing atmosphere. Feast on wonderful foods like fresh seafood from the docks, dry-aged steaks, and a bounty of other mouth-watering delights, including the best chowder in the area. Enjoy a fine wine from our wine collection consisting of over 100 varieties. Nantucket's a great restaurant with a very cool tap room. Celebrate happy hour every day from 4 to 7. Bring your friends to Nantucket's because schmooze happens in Fenwick Island.
Are you suffering from severe joint pain, arthritis, a sports injury? Stop living this way. See how the physicians at Atlantic Orthopedics can help you. Our goal is to carefully evaluate your needs and respond with quality care plans and educational materials that provide you with the treatment and tools for recovery. With 2 convenient locations in Maryland and Delaware, our board-certified physicians are available to provide emergency and follow-up care. Call us today to schedule your appointment.
At Atlantic Physical Therapy, the care that we provide is top of the line. We are the most innovative and complete physical therapy clinic on Delmarva. With locations in Ocean Pines, Millsboro, and Laurel, and our recently opened facility in Salisbury, our clinicians provide one-on-one quality care. Our new facility in West Fenwick will be opening soon. When choosing a physical therapy clinic, make Atlantic Physical Therapy your choice, because we keep the care in healthcare.
Last week, we took you to Southie and showed you the Irish side of Boston. This week, we're taking you to the North End, or the Little Italy of Boston. If the North End was the way it is now, when Paul Revere lived here, he would have never got a chance to warn us about the British because of all the great pizza joints along the way. Then we're going to talk about the sweet science, past and present, with former welterweight champ Tony DeMarco and future middleweight champ, hopefully, of Boston, Mark DeLuca. What's better than having a great time and being with La Familia? Come and join me, my son Bobby the doctor, my cugino and Boston's Prince of the City, Calogero Lograsso, as we take you to the most awesome places, introduce you to interesting people, and go to the best places to eat and hang out. Now, the only way to start our day is at the Modern Bakery. Usually the line's around the corner, but we're gonna get lucky because it's early in the morning for a little sfogliatelle and cappuccino. And let me tell you something, I'm ready for the diabetic coma. Let's have some. Welcome to It's a Wonderful World. We're here in the North End of Boston, once again with the Prince of the City, Calogero Lograsso, here at Vittoria Cafe Shop. This place has the feeling of Naples. I love it. Gambrinus Cafe. They got machines here, you know, older than Hector's pup. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you for welcoming us to Boston,
It's
brother.
my pleasure, Bobby. We're here. I just want to introduce the last guy from Boston to win the World Championship, the welterweight championship of the world, Tony DeMarco, North End and Boston icon. Right here, my man, Tony.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. And the official passing of the torch right here, we got undefeated middleweight boxer, Mark DeLuca.
Then we're going to talk about our favorite subject, Charlie, right?
No question about
The sweet science.
Yes, and we're with the two perfect people. who
Right?
do it.
Tony DeMarco, let me just give you a little info. This is one of the toughest guys that ever walked the face of the planet. Okay? In 1955, for Carmen Basilio, it's deemed to this day like fight of the all time. Now, forget the century, all time. How you doing,
Well,
Tony?
actually,
Thank you, buddy. Thank you
and
so
I
much.
appreciate you saying that.
And we got Mark over here. Mark's currently fighting, just fought in Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic. Second round knockout? What'd you have? Second round. You give him a little chance to get going a little bit, right? But I predict someday that he's going to fill the same shoes, hopefully, as Tony DeMarco. We're here in the North End. The North End of Boston is all Italians. And man, I tell you, I love it. I'm Italian and Irish, so I'm doing good here on St. Patrick's Day weekend. But here in Boston, this has a feeling, il sapore d'Italia. Like I feel like I'm in Naples walking around, people talking. I'm telling you, this has such a great feeling, guys, and thank you for like hosting us.
Oh, no, thanks for coming. I mean, I got to tell you, I've been around too, Bob, and the North End of Boston. You know, I've been to New York, and I don't want San Diego's, Little Italy, and Toronto. There's nothing quite like the North End of Boston. It really is unique. And we're so very lucky to have it, you know. You'll never go hungry either.
Now, I see we have a statue of you.
Yes.
How did you feel about them
Well,
putting a
you know,
statue
I
up?
like the idea, you know, and I like the idea that it made me 6 feet tall. I appreciate it.
And a southpaw.
And you're over 6 feet.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, I don't want you to need a statue.
That's funny.
The statue's 6 feet, period.
And not a hair out of place.
Yeah, right.
Tony, let me ask you a little about some of the fighters today.
There are very few of them.
Yeah.
You know, actually, and the interest has gone out a little bit from this country because most of the champions are not from this country. And that's unfortunate. Like when I was fighting, we had 80% of the champions from this country.
Right.
Wow.
You know, Joey Giardello, the
Yeah.
Basilio, Jake, Rocky Marciano, Jake LaMotta. You know, you name it, it all goes on and on and on and on. And there's more in not only Italian, but you know, the Irish too.
Yeah.
Right.
So Tommy Collins and Paul Pender, and you know, we had them from this country. 80% of them were from this country. Today it's the reverse.
Yeah.
80% from other countries, which is fine, but it still takes away your like for it. you
Yeah.
know?
Your passion.
Your passion. Exactly.
Yeah. And Mark, tell us a little bit about you. What do you got lined up? Do you have any fights lined up in the future? You must. You just fought.
Yeah, well, I just fought in the Dominican 5 days ago, and just waiting, staying in shape, waiting for something to kick off. April and May, there's some fights coming around this area.
Mark,
so.
if you don't mind, I'd like to interject for a moment.
Sure.
Now, let me tell you what this kid did, okay? This is how much this kid loves his country. He stopped boxing. I mean, he's got a bright future in boxing. Stop boxing. One day, just stop. Forget about it. And joins the Marines and goes over to Afghanistan, right? Like, who does that? I mean, just stop. And Mark, what are you doing? Why do you want to do? I want to serve my country. So guess what? And not only is he a great kid, but he's a great American. And guess what? I give it up to you.
Here, here.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Outstanding. That's a great point. Bob.
Right? We're going to thank you very much. Thank you, Tony.
Well, my
thank you
pleasure.
so much. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you for having me.
Calogero, grazie tanto.
Thank you.
Ci vediamo and God bless.
Now let's take a walk to check out the statue.
We're standing in front of the statue with Tony DeMarco. Tony, tell us, who's the other guy in Boston that has a statue?
Well, we have these two of us that lived in the North End that has statues. And I'm one of them. And Paul Revere is the other.
Paul Revere's the other guy. Forget about it. Tony's the man.
Under the lights, on soccer fields, challenging courses, long bike rides on weekends, in Lane 5, and at the gym after school, or finishing your last set. The fact is, whether you're a hardcore athlete, weekend warrior, or outdoor enthusiast, sports injuries happen. When they do, you can count on Peninsula Orthopedic Associates to get you back out there.
Nantucket's in Fenwick Island is the locals' best-kept secret. Experience the area's finest dining in a beautiful, relaxing atmosphere. Feast on wonderful foods like fresh seafood from the docks, dry-aged steaks, and a bounty of other mouth-watering delights, including the best chowder in the area. Enjoy a fine wine from our wine collection consisting of over 100 varieties. Nantucket's a great restaurant with a very cool tap room. Celebrate happy hour every day from 4 to 7. Bring your friends to Nantucket's because schmooze happens in Fenwick Island.
Choose Atlantic Physical Therapy over any other physical therapy clinic. As a sign of our appreciation for patient loyalty, we will be there for you if and when you reach your yearly cap, regardless of your insurance program.
We will sit down with you and figure out what works best for you and your financial situation. So remember, when choosing a physical therapy clinic, make Atlantic Physical Therapy your choice.
We keep the care in healthcare.
Boxing is a microcosm of life. Just as in life, we are not only in competition with our competitor, but also with ourselves. When you meet a fighter, you recognize that there's something different about them. There you see a man who has been humbled through his defeats, but at the same time exuberates confidence because he knows his mettle has been tested, and when the time comes to bend or break, he will not break. The people of Boston recognize the sweet signs for what it is, a peek into a man's soul to see what he is made of, especially in that moment when his back is against the wall. There's a rich boxing history here in Boston, and the upcoming fighters let the people of the city know that boxing is alive and well. Mark the Bazooka DeLuca is the pulse of boxing's future, and not only in Boston, but worldwide. We join him today at the zoo as he spars with Mickey Ward's title contender, Joey McCready. McCready is currently contending for the middleweight title in Las Vegas on the Manny Pacquiao-Bradley undercard. On fight night, as those two gladiators fight under the lights, a victor will be named. But champions are made in the gym. Mark is currently headed to Los Angeles and will be Miguel Cotto's primary sparring partner as Miguel Cotto prepares to fight Sergio Martinez for the middleweight title of the world, a title which Mark is likely to fight for in the next 2 years.
We're here at Damon DePaolo's Ristorante Carmelina's here in the North End. Buon appetito. Caffè, ristorante, pizza, tutto.
Colazione, pranzo, tutto. Non si va bene, non si scherza a Boston.
I'm telling everybody, I'm telling Charlie that every place that he brings us is like, forget about it good. My man here, forget about it, he's got it down. Mr. Boston, Prince of the City, Calogero,
Cheers.
Ras.
Cheers.
My man Marky.
Got it. Well, eating is definitely very important to us, you know. This is, it's like, I don't know, part of the culture, you know. Eating, drinking, singing, and we do it the best, I think.
Yeah, right?
Salute.
Salud. Boston is famous for the Freedom Trail. How about if I take you for a pizza tour of the Freedom Trail? We're here at Santarpio's, The oven is over 100 years old. They have a grill here, wood-fired grill. They make homemade sausage and homemade lamb skewers. They make their own bread. They serve nothing but the lamb, the sausage, and delicious pizza. We're here at Umberto's. Umberto sells like a square-style pizza. Now, they only make so much dough every day. When they sell out, they sell out. There's a long line. You get in line, you order your slice. They got arancini the size of cannonballs, panzerotti, and they have also calzone. Delicious. I love Umberto's. We're here at Pizza Regina. Pizza Regina has got to be one of my favorite pizzas on the planet. The only pizza that I think I might like better is in Naples, Italy. Who knows? I might like it the same. Every time I've come to Boston, I've always had pizza at Pizza Regina. I love my Italian section in Boston in the North End. But how do you come to Boston and not indulge in seafood? Boston has the finest seafood. New England clam chowder. Are you kidding me? Oysters. The oysters here are so good. And how about a lobster roll? I'm all in. Boston's got the #1 seafood, baby.
My name is Charles Kern. I'm a physical therapist, and this is your Atlantic Physical Therapy tip of the day. Today we're going to go over some basic core strengthening exercises. Many people with lower back injuries, lumbar injuries, pelvic injuries because of a weak core. Today we're going to go over 3 simple exercises you can do on a ball. The first one is a basic crunch. Start with your hands across your chest, your lower back on the ball. You're going to crunch forward. Hold it for a second, and then come on back. Important to keep your head still. You don't want to be flexing at the neck. Keep your neck in a neutral position. Again, crunch forward and go back. The second exercise is for your obliques. Again, you'll start on the ball. You put your hands up in this position. Twist to one side. Hold it for a second. Twist to the other side for a second. Again, your hands are in this starting position. Twist to one side, twist to the other side. I would advise starting with 2 sets of 10, and you might want to do this in an area where you have a rug or a pad down in case you were to lose your balance. The third exercise is for the lower back. You'll begin the easiest way is on your hands and knees. Curl over the ball, bring your back up and hold it. Again, you're going to flex, extend your spine, and hold. A more advanced position with that would be putting your legs out straight, hands up, extend your spine, keep your neck straight, hold for a second, and then come down. These are 3 real easy core exercises that you can do to strengthen your lower back, your obliques, your abdominals. I'm Charles Kern, and this is your Atlantic Physical Therapy tip of the day.
At Atlantic Physical Therapy, we focus on getting back the lifestyle you deserve. Our therapists are skilled in a range of treatment techniques like hand therapy, balance and concussion screenings, manual therapy, aquatic therapy, and therapeutic exercise. And we utilize the most advanced equipment. Our state-of-the-art gym offers fitness center memberships to keep you active year-round. Before you schedule anywhere else, come in for a tour of our facility. Where you go for therapy is your choice. At Atlantic Physical Therapy, we keep the care in healthcare. Under the lights, on soccer fields, challenging courses, long bike rides on weekends, in Lane 5, and at the gym after school, or finishing your last set. The fact is, whether you're a hardcore athlete, weekend warrior, or outdoor enthusiast, sports injuries happen. When they do, you can count on Peninsula Orthopedic Associates to get you back out there.
Are you suffering from severe joint pain, arthritis, a sports injury? Stop living this way. See how the physicians at Atlantic Orthopedics can help you. Our goal is to carefully evaluate your needs and respond with quality care plans and educational materials that provide you with the treatment and tools for recovery. With 2 convenient locations in Maryland and Delaware, our board-certified physicians are available to provide emergency and follow-up care. Call us today to schedule your appointment.
We are here at Atlantic Orthopedics in Berlin, Maryland, with orthopedic surgeon Dr. Spinuzza to discuss back pain. Thank you for having us, Dr. Spinuzza.
Thanks, Bob.
You know, back pain can be very debilitating and affect our quality of life. Would you mind telling us a little bit about the signs and symptoms of back pain?
Sure. Back pain is one of the most common complaints we see here in the orthopedic office. It can sometimes occur as a result of an injury, sometimes after degenerative conditions like wear and tear changes in our discs as we mature or age. People frequently will start with some aching discomfort, which can progress to severe pain and even muscle spasms. Sometimes the pain will leave the back and travel down the leg, and that can be sciatica. This is an anatomic model of a spine that I sometimes use to help educate patients. And what we can see here, the belly would be up front. This is the back that you would feel. These are the spinous processes when you feel down your back. These shock absorbers in between the bone are the discs. And back pain frequently will start with some degree of disc degeneration. That puts increased stress and strain on the ligaments of the spine and the joints of the spine. And then people can develop varying degrees of back discomfort, which can come and go, and sometimes become quite severe and disabling.
Dr. Spinuzza, when someone has had ongoing back pain, when should they seek consultation for a surgery or with a doctor such as yourself?
Well, I think that if somebody has had a specific injury that they recall and the back pain isn't too severe, or it's not radiating down the leg, not associated with numbness, tingling, or weakness of the leg, then they could probably treat it on their own with some heat or ice, whichever makes them feel more comfortable, Tylenol, Advil, or Aleve if there are no medical reasons that they shouldn't be taking those medicines, and frequent position changes. If it's not getting better in 3 to 5 days, then I think it's time to seek medical attention. When we examine a spine, we look for the patient's posture. Are the shoulders level? Are there any abnormal curves one direction or another? We palpate up and down the spine to see if there's any areas of tenderness. Next to the spine, we can palpate for muscle spasm, and then we ask to check for a range of motion and see how far forward the patient can comfortably bend and extend. Then we would go on to perform a neurologic evaluation, the deep tendon reflexes, motor and sensory examination of the spine.
What are some options in lieu of surgery or narcotics that people can take in order to cope with back pain?
That's a good question, Bob. Everybody's afraid of back surgery when they have back pain, and quite honestly, most people will get better without surgery. So we try to treat them with physical therapy, strengthening and conditioning exercises, core training. Sometimes people benefit from anti-inflammatory medicines like Advil or Aleve or Tylenol if they can take those medicines. A lot of times the therapist can instruct them to help with their gait and posture and body mechanics, which would also be helpful in decreasing the risk of recurring episodes of back pain. And it's also important for the therapist to get them onto a good home program so that they can maintain good spinal hygiene on an ongoing basis.
Dr. Spinuzza, thank you so much for having us here at your beautiful facility, and it's people like you that make it a wonderful world.
Thanks, Bob. Good to see you today.
Okay, now I'm going to take you to north end of Ocean City. Oh, wait, it's West Fenwick. We're going to take you to Mia Fratello's Italian restaurant on Route 54 in Fenwick Island. Let's go eat at Mia Fratello's. We're here on Route 54 in Delaware, in Fenwick, with my main man, Brian Keith, at Ristorante Mio Fratello. Mio Fratello means my little brother. And guess what? Look what my little brother's done for us tonight. He's prepared a feast. Che bello questa festa! Mangiamo!
Welcome to Mio Fratello's. Tonight we have some very, very great dishes tonight. This is a lobster ravioli with a 6-ounce lobster tail. We also have one of our famous pork shanks. One and only, the pork shank is phenomenal here. Today we have the fresh rockfish. It's a pecan encrusted rockfish with a bleu blanc sauce.
As we say goodbye to Boston, I'd like to thank my good friend Calogero Grasso, Mark DeLuca, and Tony DeMarco. It was a pleasure to have you guys on our show. Next week, we're going to take you to the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. We're going to show you who's got the cheesesteaks and where the good bread is made. So next week, stay tuned. What a wonderful world. Choose Atlantic Physical Therapy over any other physical therapy clinic. As a sign of our appreciation for patient loyalty, we will be there for you if and when you reach your yearly cap, regardless of your insurance program.
We will sit down with you and figure out what works best for you and your financial situation. So remember, when choosing a physical therapy clinic, make Atlantic Physical Therapy your choice.
We keep the care in healthcare.
Under the lights, on soccer fields, challenging courses, long bike rides on weekends, in Lane 5, and at the gym after school, or finishing your last set. The fact is, whether you're a hardcore athlete, weekend warrior, or outdoor enthusiast, sports injuries happen. When they do, you can count on Peninsula Orthopedic Associates to get you back out there.
There's a funky little place on the edge of town called the Lobster Shanty, so come on down. You have a good old time, family atmosphere, great food, nice folks, and nice cold beer.
It's Fenwick.
Route 54 for the best seafood here on the shore. Come on by, make yourselves at home at Twiny's Lobster Shanty.
Look for the big red lobster in the sky.
Twiny's Lobster Shanty.
At Atlantic Physical Therapy, the care that we provide is top of the line. We are the most innovative and complete physical therapy clinic on Delmarva. With locations in Ocean Pines, Millsboro, and Laurel, and our recently opened facility in Salisbury, our clinicians provide one-on-one quality care. Our new facility in West Fenwick will be opening soon. When choosing a physical therapy clinic, make Atlantic Physical Therapy your choice, because we keep the care in healthcare.